simple, but I found a way, I found a way. And I always thought that it'd be too crazy, but I found a way, I found a way.
Good morning, JSerra. I'm Rachel Kang.
And I'm Holland Greene.
And this is The Line Report. So, how was your weekend?
It was great, super relaxing. How about you?
Mine was on the busier side, but speaking of being busy, I know the NFL season has officially started, so I know some NFL fans will be busy watching their games.
Yeah, and speaking of football season, it's starting to finally cool down outside. Fall is coming into play.
I know, I'm so glad that we're finally officially transitioning to fall and getting some nicer weather. And while speaking of something that's not so new, let's go straight into the daily announcements.
Thanks, guys.
The boys soccer program will be having a mandatory player-parent meeting Wednesday, September 14th at 7 p.m. in the Lions Den to discuss the upcoming season. Be sure to attend. Players' packets will be handed out.
Attention all juniors and seniors who received mostly A's and B's on your last semester's report card. You can be a continuing or new member of CSF. Fill out an application which can be downloaded from the JSerra website, attach a current transcript of your grades, and turn them into Mrs. Houston or Mrs. Adam in room 1240 by Friday, September 18th.
JSerra will be having its biannual blood drive on September 20th. Sign-ups are during second lunch, and you must be 16 years or older to donate. Remember, donating blood helps to save the lives of those in need.
Here are your college visits for the week. Most of the representatives who come are the first people to read your application.
Seniors, if the college is on your list, you should come to the visit. For sophomores and juniors, this is a great time to find out about colleges you are interested in and research new ones.
The complete list of upcoming visits is on Naviance under the Colleges tab if you want to plan again. Make sure to get permission from your teacher.
In sports news, the cross-country dominated Laguna Hills Invitational on Saturday. Anthony Grover, Nadia Tabrizi, and Peter Harold all won their races, while sophomore girls swept the podium.
And that's it for today's announcements. Back to Rachel and Holland.
Guys, so speaking of announcements, Apple has recently announced the new iPhone 7 design.
This model, which no longer includes the headphone jack, has created quite the controversy.
This issue has several Apple users concerned due to the inability to charge while listening to music.
In other news, last night, Miss Arkansas was crowned Miss America. Congrats to her.
Hey, Holland, did you know that there's some international thing going on next week?
Oh, I had no idea, but let's check out Jack and Miss Swaykus for a promo.
Thanks, Holland. Hi, everyone. I'm Jack Davis, and I'm here with Miss Swaykus. And aside from being on the Line Report, I'm actually on council for Lion Ambassadors. So, Miss Swaykus, why don't you tell JSerra a little bit about what we do?
Okay. Lion Ambassadors, as you may or may not know, is a group of international and domestic students, and we strive to incorporate our new international students into the JSerra family. And so we have events and we have a club to do that. But we also want to not just invite them to be part of JSerra and American things, but really celebrate their heritage and what they bring to the school, because it's pretty cool that we have 10% of our population from other countries.
I know, and it's so great. A lot of my friends are actually from other countries, Norway, Italy. It's great to see kids from so many awesome places. So next week, we actually have International Week. So why don't you tell them a little bit about what that is?
Sure. So during the week, we're going to, the main thing is we're going to have an International Film Fest. So on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights, we will have an outdoor screening of an international film on the grassy knoll. And it should be really fun. We're going to open the doors about 6:30. Come, bring your friends, bring your family, bring blankets, bring something to sit in. You can bring food. We will have popcorn that we're passing out and a big screen. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, doors open at 6:30, and 7 p.m. is the screen time. Just look around for what the movies are. They're hanging up in the hallways, and we'll do trailers too.
Yeah, so we're actually going to be airing trailers this week and next week for all the movies we're going to be showing, and yeah, it's going to be a great time. Well, I think that's all we have for you guys today. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, guys. That definitely looks really fun, and I can't wait to be there, and I hope to see you guys there too. And speaking of international students, as you know, the school offers a summer abroad trip every year.
This one will be to Germany this year. Let's go straight to a promo.
Ready?
My favorite part was traveling with all my friends and making many friendships that will last a long time.
The best part of the trip for me was traveling with students. I love doing it. I've traveled with students many, many times, and it's always great to see their eyes open really wide when you see something that they've studied or that they've seen in their history book or something like that.
The strangest thing we ate was a plate full of sausage.
So to prepare for the trip, I definitely be in walking shape because there's a lot of walking we do. Come with an open mind. It's a different country and there's different culture there.
So I also really liked how we had plenty of free time to go and explore the city on our own. For example, when we were in Salzburg, I visited pretty much every single church there because I'm really into architecture. I really appreciated being able to have our own free time.
The best part of the study abroad trip when we went to Austria and Germany was getting to know students that I didn't necessarily have in class and to kind of experience Europe through the eyes of young people. It was a lot of fun. The food was great. The camaraderie was great. And boy, was I tired when we got home. But it was so much fun. So please join us.
The class wasn't too hard. It was a pretty fun class. It was very interesting. I got to learn about like the history, art, religion, and it was pretty fun because I got to learn something new, and it's something like outside of the normal school curriculum.
So the class really wasn't all that hard at all. I thought it was really good to learn about everything before we went because then we kind of knew what we were looking at. It's super fascinating if you're into history, which I totally am. So I really liked it, and I definitely made a point to go see the churches that I researched while I was there. So that was also really cool.
That definitely looks like a trip you don't want to miss.
Well, that's all for today's show. I'm Holland.
And I'm Rachel.
Have a great day, Lion Nation.